We all saw that they started Ben DiNucci last Sunday night against Philadelphia. Had a halftime lead, only the third time all season long that they've had a halftime lead. And your Dallas Cowboys have, so far this season, haven't hit a bye. So they're 3 for 8 in halftime leads this year. And Ben DiNucci, I guess, didn't do enough to earn another start. Because as we heard earlier this week, I mean, as if Andy Dalton did not have enough things not go his way. Blown up by John Bostic in an awful hit. Concussion protocol, can't answer the bell for his team and for himself on a Sunday night game against the Philadelphia Eagles, a crucial game for both. He's now COVID-19 positive, and I send my best to him. So he's definitely not playing this week. And the Cowboys, just before we went on the air, Mike McCarthy announced Ben DiNucci will not get the start this week. It'll be either Cooper Rush or Garrett Gilbert getting the start at quarterback, their first career start. I haven't hit up NFL Network research yet. I'm just going to assume the Dallas Cowboys in their 60 years, and I know that off the top of my head because I hosted their 60th anniversary show on NFL Network.
You sure did.
I'm proud to do it. I proffer to say this vaunted, proud franchise has never given a quarterback a first career start in back-to-back weeks. Ooh. I don't believe that's ever happened. I probably can safely say that when either one of these gents gets the start, it's got to be the first season in Cowboys history where 3 different quarterbacks get their first start for the team in the same season. Andy Dalton,
right,
Ben DiNucci, and now whoever gets the nod.
One of these guys.
I guess keeping the opponent guessing. And that opponent is, let me look this up. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only undefeated team left in football with a marauding defense that just turned over the defending MVP of the league and Madden cover player 4 times. 4 times.
Marauding. Good use of marauding.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Now then, just because I'm here for you, like to make you smarter, like to make you, as a consumer of this program, a little bit more knowledgeable to go about your day. Who the hell are these 2 guys? Let me help you. Cooper Rush might be familiar to Dallas Cowboys fans because he has been on the team before. As a matter of fact, this undrafted free agent out of Central Michigan earned the 3rd string position in 2017 behind Dak and the current offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. Okay? Now, it's not really the spot to go to for 1,000% solid information, Wikipedia, because, you know, I was once on Wikipedia, according to that website. My nickname was Rich White Mamba Eisen for about 2 years. Right?
Very fair.
Wasn't that like for 2 years? We noticed. I forget we noticed it. It was when we were doing our podcast days.
It was a long time ago.
You say that like it's a bad thing, and that kind of seems like a cool thing.
Not a bad thing.
All right.
Definitely not.
But I just decided, you know what? Let me just refresh my memory about Cooper Rush and how he got the gig in 2017. And these words are actually in Wikipedia about becoming the 3rd string quarterback for Dallas. Here I quote. Following multiple productive preseason performances in the Hall of Fame game in the next 2 contests. That's the way the sentence begins. He eventually wound up getting in a game, a cup of coffee, a little dipping a toe in the pool, wetting his beak a little bit, going 1 for 3 for 2 yards in a Week 7 mop-up role in a 40-10 win for Dallas over the 49ers. And he was the backup to Dak last year, and the team decided that was a precarious position to place the team that has so many title hopes in it, to just rest it on Cooper Rush's shoulder if somehow, some way, Dak suffered a catastrophic injury. And so they signed Andy Dalton. And the day they signed Dalton, they told Cooper Rush, we're done. Thank you very much. And then Jason Garrett picked him up, brought him to the Giants because he knows Cooper Rush, and he put him on the practice squad. And then the Giants said goodbye to him in late September. And when Andy Dalton tested positive for COVID, which, as we know, is just only a few days old, the Cowboys signed him up.
He's familiar.
That's one of your starting options. Garrett Gilbert is familiar maybe to Cowboys fans because he was once upon a time in high school Mr. Texas football, okay, who wound up with the Texas Longhorns and then SMU, where he was doing the old run and shoot for June Jones. Became a 6th-round pick in the 2014 draft of the St. Louis Rams, who, as you know, no longer play there. Now, he also might be familiar to football fans because he lit it up for the Orlando Apollos of the AAF.
Apollo.
As a matter of fact, he was the MVP of that now defunct league, took the Apollos to a 7-1 record before, as we all know, the league ran out of cash. And then he wound up later on that year in a backup role for Cleveland and got a cup of coffee, dipped his toe in the pool, wet his beak a little bit in a mop-up role, filling in for Baker Mayfield in the fourth quarter of a 31-3 loss against San Francisco. So both of these quarterbacks have experience in the NFL playing against San Francisco, except the Dallas Cowboys play this week. Let me look it up again. Oh, that's right. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only lone remaining undefeated team in the NFL.
I think Garrett Gilbert has a Super Bowl ring, guys.
Now, hold on a second. His dad, another reason why you might know him, his dad is Gail Gilbert, who is famous for a couple of notable bullet points.
Okay.
His dad was the quarterback for Cal when the band came out on the field against John
way.
Elway.
Really?
That's yes.
Who knew?
He was the Cal quarterback when the band came out on the field against John Elway in Stanford. And his dad is the only human being on planet Earth to play in 5 straight Super Bowls. He was the backup for all 4 Bills teams and then the backup to Stan Humphries in the San Diego Chargers. So he's the only guy to play in 5 straight Super Bowls.
Yes.
And then this will never be broken. Lost them all.
I used that as a
Lost
trivia question last
them
year
all.
on Instagram. I did know that.
So he was rostered.
He's on the team.
On those 5 teams, yes.
He's on the team.
Rich,
He's rostered.
Can I tell
So
you-
this is I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of a
heads up.
well, I mean just a little bit of background knowledge as to what's going on with Mike McCarthy. You've got a Cowboys legacy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you got a football legacy, and Garrett Gilbert might be the one to get the start because he has definitely played more football in the last 3 years than Cooper Rush. Say what you will about the AAF, but he's been out there.
Yeah.
And so what's eating Garrett Gilbert may be the T.J. Watts and Bud Dupree and Minka Fitzpatrick and so on and so forth.
Good luck, Garrett.
Dude, Dallas is going to go to 2-7 in their bye week. I mean, let's just be honest here.
You know, you said 6th-round pick, and
Yes.
all I think about is another pick that
Oh.
happened in the 6th round.
199th
A
overall.
guy named Tom Brady.
I know that.
Can Garrett Gilbert be the next Tom Brady?
Is that a rhetorical question, or I can't
Maybe
even
I'm
go
going
higher?
higher.
I can't even.
You know?
I can't even go higher
I mean,
register.
Garrett
on that.
Gilbert is 29. You know what Tom Brady was doing when he was 29?
Winning chips?
throwing
Winning bubbles?
for 50 touchdowns.
All right, so maybe he won't be Tom Brady.
as a teammate of Brady's, right? Does he have a ring with the Patriots?
Yeah, he's got a ring.
That's-
I think he was on the practice squad.
So he's wearing that ring to practice in Dallas. He's going to show them the way.
So he and Tom Brady
2015,
combined for
yeah.
a Super Bowl
Yes.
win.
We have a Super Bowl winning quarterback that could be starting for us on Sunday. I feel great about this. guys.
Positive spin zone.
I really
I
do.
honestly
see it.
cannot believe the Cowboys season has gotten to this. And if I can't believe it, and I'm sure you can't believe it, what is Jerry Jones thinking right now? Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.